So I just wanted to share a little something that was kind of on my heart. As I was feeding her last night, I was thinking about this because for a while I questioned whether I should call my baby pretty or beautiful. Because I had read somewhere that, we need to stop calling our babies pretty and instead focus on you're kind, you're smart. And I do call her all those things. I call her mama's cozy girl, mama's smart girl, mama's patient girl. But more often than not, I find myself calling her mama's pretty girl and mama's beauty girl. Yeah, I do. Um, and I had read that, and then I had listened to a sermon that said we should stop telling our children that they're the most beautiful thing in the world because odds are there's someone out there more beautiful than them, and you're setting themselves up, to think they're the most beautiful thing, and then they're going to get crushed when they're not. But I do not agree with that. I think that we should call our babies pretty or handsome, and you can call them the most beautiful thing in the world because to you, oh, yeah, you want mama to call you beautiful. Because to you, they are the most beautiful thing in your world. So maybe focus on that. You are the most beautiful thing in mama's world or in daddy's world. But our children are going to get their initial self esteem, their thoughts on themselves from the things we tell them. And so if we're not calling them pretty or beautiful or handsome, they may not think that they are. And so I'm going to continue to call her mama's beauty girl and mama's pretty girl and mama's smart girl, mama's kind girl, all of the things. What we speak into our children is what they're going to believe about themselves. And so don't stop telling your babies, your children, your teens, especially your teens, do not stop telling them how beautiful you think they are. You do you. Call them as pretty as you want, as beautiful as you want. Tell them that they are the most handsome person in your world, and hopefully they will grow to believe that they are pretty and smart and kind and beautiful and just bright lights to the world. That's my thoughts for today. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so that was obviously an older video that I had shared on my Instagram, obviously before I even knew that I was going to lose my eye. So a lot has changed since then, but I still firmly believe in telling our children just how beautiful they are to us. But I want to, I guess, quantify that a little bit because I also read something the other day that said, how should we remark about our children's bodies? And it was just ultimately don't. And yeah, don't remark about your child's body. I firmly believe that. But telling them they're beautiful to me is not in a your body is beautiful sense. It is in a you are beautiful no matter what. No matter what your body looks like, no matter what you're wearing, you are beautiful to me. You're my child. You're beautiful. I love you. You're also smart. And all of those other things I said in the video, but I firmly believe in calling our daughter beautiful. We call her pretty girl. When I wake her up in the morning, every morning I say, "Good morning, pretty, pretty. How did you sleep?" And I don't mean it in the sense that she's pretty, though I think she is. I mean it in the sense that you are pretty amazing. You are pretty, pretty. You are pretty smart. Um, and so I want her to always believe that she is the most beautiful thing in my life because she's my child and she is the most beautiful thing in my life. But that being said, I also want her to grow to believe and to understand that her best friend is just as beautiful as she is. The little boy at the park who maybe has a lopsided smile like mama, just as beautiful as she is. The adult that is in a wheelchair or is missing a leg or is missing an eye is just as beautiful as she is. Or just the older lady that has, older lady or older man that has wrinkles and has let their self age, just let their self age. And all of those wrinkles and all of that skin and all of the different things that change as you head into your 80s, God willing, that person is just as beautiful as she is. And someday she will be just as beautiful when she is 80 and covered in wrinkles and her hair is either gray or she's decided to do the grandma perm. I want to make sure we instill that in her, and I think that we're kind of off to a good start with having this difference in me. She'll see that. She'll always know that. She will know nothing different. And she is starting to recognize. She knows that Mama looks different already. She's 16 months and she is just now starting to point to this eye, and she's like kind of points and looks, and I said, yes, Mama's eye is different. It's we call it my boo-boo right now because it is still very much healing. But she's very gentle. We teach her to be gentle, and she's very gentle. She just kind of points and doesn't do it often, but she does. And we actually just watched a video of a gentleman I've connected with through YouTube who's going to be having the same surgery as me, and he had an eye patch on his eye, and I happened to be wearing an eye patch at the same time, and so you could tell she was like putting a connection together that's kind of like Mama. And I was like, yes, that's Mr. Daryl. And look, he's going to be having the same surgery as Mama soon. And that's protecting his face right now. And it's just interesting to see her like picking those things up and learning. And I just pray that we can do a good job with continuing to instill that in her as she grows and work on that balance of wanting her to feel beautiful about who she is, not about the way she looks, but beautiful about who she is. And granted, I do also want her to feel confident in the way she looks. I don't ever want her to, and I know, that will come, like everyone does, question things about themselves, but like me, with my new appearance, obviously I have had to catch myself because I don't want it to become a trend. I was always a very self-confident person. I'm very, very grateful for the way my parents raised me, in the sense that they always raised me to believe I was pretty to them, and it was never like a vain pretty. I'm a pretty like low maintenance girl. My mom just never talked about her weight or other people or like any of those things in front of me when I was growing up. She always just told me I was beautiful no matter, what I looked like, what I was wearing. There was like one or two outfits I was, asked to change my shirt in my teenage years. But just like one or two, she never really got on me about some of the stuff that I would deem inappropriate for myself to be wearing at that age. And just kind of let me explore who I was. And that has made me into someone who I'm literally a jeans and t-shirt, love me some flannel girl. I do not wear makeup anymore very much. I sometimes put a little eye stuff on my eyebrow because my eyebrows gotten very thin since chemo. And, but sorry, I had caught myself saying, oh, look at me, look at my hair. Like, the things that didn't make me feel like myself anymore. Like, obviously, this is not the way I would like to look, but this is the way I look. And so I am learning to love myself exactly as I am. No matter how big my bulge stays, it's going to shrink, but I don't know how much. And so no matter how large it stays, I am going to learn to embrace myself, and I'm going to not say those things anymore, because right now, while she may not understand what I'm saying, if she's 3 or 4 and then she gets older, if I continue that habit of just being like, oh, like, look at me, like I look so different now, she's going to think that I think that that's a bad thing. And I don't want her to think that. I am beautiful this way, just like I was beautiful before. And so we'll be trying to navigate that balance. But I guess, like I said, about don't comment on their bodies, we will not be commenting on her, appearance in the sense of like, yes, we will call her beautiful, but we will not comment on, oh, you look so good in that, or, oh, that's not a great, like, we will not be using words that basically a friend said, if it's not something that can be changed in 30 seconds or less, we will not comment on it. So I guess I will rephrase that. Yes, we can tell her she looks cute in an outfit, but we will not tell her, oh, that outfit's not cute. We will not do that. That's negative. But for the most part, we really won't comment on at all. If it's not something she can change in 30 seconds or less, we won't be commenting on it. We will not be saying, oh, you look so skinny today, or, eating too much ice cream makes us fat. We won't be saying things like that. I don't want her to have a bad connection with food. I've been eating a pint of ice cream a night. One, because I need to put on weight, but two, I like it. It's yummy. I like my ice cream. And yeah, the F word, we won't be using that either. Yes, fat is a word. Fat describes things, but I don't ever want her to have a connotation of, if I eat this, I'll get fat. If I do this, I'll get fat. If I don't work out like this, I'll get fat. We want her to be healthy. We want her to be confident in who she is. And like I said, we also want her to know that other people's different bodies are beautiful too. If someone is larger than her, that's okay. It doesn't mean they're not healthy. It means they have a different body type than her. If someone is very, very skinny, you don't know what they're going through. I am way skinnier than I should be right now. Like, it's there, but you can see more of my bones than you should be able to see. And it's because I lost a lot of weight due to the chemo and the radiation and all the side effects that came along with that. So you just never know what someone's going through, and you never know how that might affect, their appearance. And I know people who grew up in households where appearance was was put very much to a forefront, and they've struggled with their appearance in a lot of ways because of that. And so I don't know. I feel like I'm getting off course. Yes. Call your children beautiful. Tell them they are beautiful, no matter what. But don't make it quantifiable. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's not a quantifiable thing. You are just beautiful. Your friend is just beautiful. The stranger that you meet that may look very, very different from you is just beautiful. The end. Not beautiful because, not beautiful in spite of, beautiful, just beautiful. And yeah, I guess I went way longer in that explanation than I meant to. So I'm going to stop now. But I have found apparently this is something I'm really passionate about, because when I saw that post by the account, it's called like Birds and Bees or something. It's about a lot of different ways to talk to your children about different things, whether it's appearance, whether it's, safe talk, things like that. It's a very interesting account. I get a lot out of it. But when they shared that, I went on and shared a couple posts about, what they were saying, and just how my parents, my dad and my mom both, to this day, like when I get on the phone with my dad, hey, pretty girl, how are you? And I have never, like, that makes me feel like I am the same in his eyes. I'm the same as I was when I was little. I'm the same as I was when I was a teenager. I'm the same as I was before I had the surgery. In his eyes, I'm just me. I'm his pretty girl, not because I am pretty, because I am his daughter and he thinks I'm beautiful. The end. So that's just something I want to be able to continue for her and even do better at, I guess, if I can. I think that's what we all strive to do as parents, is even if we had the most amazing parents, we want to learn from that and take it and be better, in the sense of like making sure that we're really helping our children learn to be healthy, strong adults, because ultimately that's what we're raising. Yes, I'm raising a child. Yes, she's 1 year old, but eventually she's going to spend the majority of her life as an adult. And being an adult is hard enough without feeling confident in yourself. And so I am so grateful that I was confident in who I was before all of this, because it's definitely wrecked my world in a lot of senses, but I I just want to raise her to be a good, strong adult, because that's what I'm raising. I'm raising an adult. I am raising a child, but I am raising an adult more than anything. So, yeah. Okay. This is really the end. Thank you for watching, and I will have an update soon because I did meet with my surgeon. I kind of want to just compile all those thoughts and get that together. I also have one more appointment on Tuesday, and then I will share that update. It's going to be a short one. It's pretty positive. So, yeah. All right. Have a great day. Bye, guys.